Welcome back, guys. In this lecture, let us try to understand the Selenium Webdriver architecture. The most important question in all our MNC company interview, the most important question it is asked mainly, and we have to explain in brief. So, let us start with the Selenium Webdriver architecture. So, let us assume that you have an editor where you have written your code like using Eclipse we can say, and where we have writing our Selenium code. So for that we have taken like Selenium code with your any of your favorite languages. Let us say in Selenium with Java. Now you have to execute your test and check like what it happens, how it is going to the browser or everything how it happens. So Selenium code is our client. Okay, so we are client here, and the client is nothing but our Selenium code. So all the Selenium code for that particular test case, whatever we have written, will be converted to JSON format. This is the first step which happens in the backend after you write the code and run your test. The complete code will be converted into JSON format. We can say that is the generated JSON. Whatever generated in step 1 will be sent to the server means browser driver. So what is browser driver? Like we have written the code which we called it as a client, and that reaches to our server, that we call it a browser driver. Like it will be like client to server, like our code will be transferred as a JSON format over HTTP protocol, so it reaches to our browser driver. So basically browser, like each browser has its own browser driver. For example, we can say if you want to automate browser driver, like browser Chrome browser we can say, so you will have a server called Chrome driver. So basically each browser has one driver. So all our code whatever we write reaches to a particular browser driver. So when you write your test, and if you can say that I want to run all the test cases in a Chrome browser, then while transferring the code from client to the server, your JSON file will be interpreted, and if you will have Chrome inside it, so you will expectedly mention that it will run in Chrome browser. So it will try to reach Chrome browser driver by default. So once it reaches to Chrome browser driver, so uh, it communicate with its respected browser, like Chrome browser driver will communicate with the Chrome driver. Let assume Chrome, and once Chrome driver reaches your code, receives your code means, okay, then uh, it will interpret because this browser driver have all the knowledge to interpret your Selenium code and execute respective action. Like you have to click, then it will interpret a click on that browser. These all are interrelated, you can say your browser and browser driver are together. So because these both are Chrome, so they are connected. So this have a ability to interpret your Selenium client Selenium code. This is a Chrome driver which has the ability to execute the action whatever you have seen, whatever you have given in your, like in the code, which is converted into JSON format, that will be executed on the browser by using the browser driver. So you can see that it communicate with the browser and execute the command interpreted in the JSON, which is received on the browser drive. So now browser executes some code, whatever we get, and it gives a response back. Like for example, if you ask to click it, okay, it will click and give the response back. to the browser driver. This browser driver will again wrap up the response in JSON format and send it to our client code. This means that like we see the output in our editor, like we will receive a response back in JSON format to our test. This is how it happens in the backend. In generally, we really not required to know all this, but it can be asked in your interviews. So I'm explaining you like how it works, how to write our Selenium code, and then we have to run it, and what are our expected result which we will going to see in our editor console, and that will happen in our browser using a browser driver. So the code is not directly interacting with the browser. I want to tell you that, or want to make you understand that you have to understand the concept behind it. Okay, so this is all for our Selenium WebDriver architecture. Thank you guys. If you have any question, then please comment. I will do reply it. And this is my like first time I have made these videos and all in YouTube. So please subscribe and like my videos and do share. Bye bye.